Today we are out with the Beta South Africa crew. This is Mr. Wade Steele-Smith's personal bike. We are at, what's this place called? This is Blue Groove out near Hartebeespoort Dam. Look around you, guys, all of you working at home today. Sorry, man, it's just bad luck. What a lack of facility. The last time I was here, it was still a Suzuki training ground. Today, we are here for the new Beta motorcycles. As you would have read and seen, it's under new curatorship now in South Africa. The guys are bringing it in. They're very serious about it. I'd like to introduce you to Mr. Wade Steele-Smith. How are you, sir?
Living the dream.
Okay, now I've warned all of you boys. This guy did the Roof of Africa Gold on a CRF 230. So if he says just come up this cliff, think about it before you do it, okay?
Well, these are really good riders, so I don't think they'll have a problem.
Yeah, but it's the oak holding the camera that I worry about.
Oh, then you're going to be with us.
Okay, Wade, talk us through the bikes, please.
Let me run you through the bikes.
What are we up to today?
Okay, so for today, we're going to test the 25 model range. We've got the, I'll just go through the range quickly and then tell you about the actual ride. This over here is the 25-200 Cross Pro.
Yep.
This has been done up a little bit. It's got a high compression head, so it's going to give you a very, well, the same feel as a racing 200, but it's got the standard suspension. Very, very good suspension for long riding.
Cool.
This over here is a cross trainer.
Now this is a very popular little motorbike, certainly in Europe and so on. I rode the old one. I'm really looking forward to that.
They're phenomenal, and the new one suspension is a little bit better. It's still 42 mil or 43 mil forks that, but for the technical stuff, it's absolutely phenomenal.
Great.
And how you get a cross trainer is don't listen to them at the gym.
All right.
Okay, so that's a 300cc. Then this is one of the most surprising bikes in the lot. I rode this one 3 weeks ago, the Cross Pro 300 standard. That's got the single plug, and it's got the low compression. Well, not low compression, mid compression head. Very, very good. The suspension on this is so surprising. For rocks and slower hardcore riding, it's phenomenal.
Great.
Absolutely phenomenal. Very,
Cool.
very good ride.
Your commission check is in the post. Right,
No,
next.
thank you for that. This is the 300 race, like the one on the end.
Yep.
This is the factory race.
Right.
Quite a big difference. It's got 2 spark plugs, 2 coils, optimizes the burning. So what actually happens is you've got your first spark, and I think it's about 100th of a thousandth of a second, the next one goes. So it's optimum burning. What it's supposed to do is give you very, very good torque. And it's also got a high compression head, and the CDI unit is also a little bit of a different CDI unit than the standard one.
Okay.
Quite aggressive, not overly aggressive, it's torquey. It's got KYB top of the range. There's 3 sets of KYBs. These are the top of the range KYBs. I mean, it's pretty much similar to the Yamaha YZ450Fs. They've got the Triple S system. This is the AOS. They have to keep call it something different. Back and front.
Okay.
It comes out with billet foot pegs. Everything you see on the bike is standard in the factory. It's around about 20,000 Rand more expensive.
Yep.
I would definitely say this is for the racer.
Absolute.
It's aggressive, and even in the smaller rocks, it will feel a little tighter. You have to hit it hard, unless you've got a really good rider like
Well, sir, I'll
the
tell
guy
you
who
what.
hunts Ryan.
We'll ride it and we'll tell you. How does that sound? Cool.
So that's it there. This is the standard Cross Pro 200.
Yes.
What a phenomenal little machine.
So now when you say standard, this is an RR, and
Cross
that is a factory.
Yeah. So this is not called the RR anymore.
Right.
It's called the Cross Pro.
Cross Pro, okay.
This is the RR factory. So that's
RR factory,
yes. This
Cross
is the
Pro.
Cross Pro.
Cross Pro,
But
slightly lower spec.
It's a lower spec, but it's new suspension. Suspension. So it's
Yes.
not the same. It's the ZF suspension.
ZF suspension.
So that's
Yeah.
the German suspension.
Yeah.
Very, very good, the ZF suspension.
Great.
This has got it's like a single cartridge in here.
Well,
spring,
sir,
operates.
Ryan is nodding knowledgeably in the background. We're going to
Yes.
put him on it, and he can come and share his knowledge with us.
Yeah, we're all going to have to hunt Ryan. So we will try that. The life of Ryan.
Perfect. Right. Last
very-
but not least,
This is a phenomenal bike.
because it's yours.
It's mine.
Okay,
It's
I
my
understand.
personal bike.
Okay.
It's phenomenal. To close it all off, the ride today is going to consist of this. It's not going to be a bunch of motocross guys blowing, going through everything like they do.
We'd like to do a trail ride,
So
please, sir.
we're going to do a trail ride.
Right.
But, not overly hard,
Mm-hmm.
but as long as you guys have got your my pedals, it's fine. but we will enjoy it. So it's going to be a nice flowing ride. It won't be too long. We're probably going to be about 4.5 to 5 hours.
All right.
But you will enjoy
Let's
it.
wait for you. No, let's go for a short ride. Okay. No, lekker.
So
Boys,
that's it.
just everyone looking here grinning. I did warn you. I told you so, hey? Thank you, Wade. We're looking, oh, sorry. We're looking very, very forward to this. Let's have a look. Listen, there's something about Italian motorcycles. They do build them beautifully. I cannot say the same for the people riding them. Right, Wade's just out. Showing the guys what he's doing. Right here. Interesting. Let's see how this works out. And the whole thing is not to put your feet down. Right, here we go. Let's see. It's quite steep. I just want to show you this. They always flatten it out, but there's a hell of a step up over here. We do have some very good riders. Nearly. There was 1 foot down. Sir, you put your foot down.
One time.
Disqualified. Next. Here they come. Should be chump change for a guy like Ryan. Yeah. Sir, you put your foot down, disqualified. Next. Yep. Right, to date, nobody's done it without dabbing. Let's see. Let's see how we go. This is Mr. Eskil Suter. He's our guest for the day. Guest rider, Suter MotoGP bike. Oh! Sir, I saw you put your foot down. Disqualified. He put his foot down. But you did it better than the other guys. Let's see how we go. Next victim. Here comes James. James has to show them how it's done. Oh, yes, please. Yes, please. Well done. First guy to do it. Very cool. Right, as they come down. Excellent. Absolutely brilliant. And to give it a shot. Right, we're going to carry on to the next section. Skills up for it. He's going through. Let's see how we go. Very cool. Ryan, quick one. This is the 300 Expo. 300 two-stroke Expo. 5 words.
5 words.
Yeah.
Very easy to ride.
So Ryan's a little bit more aggressive. The other guys are just kind of cut it up. Ryan's the order of the day. You see, they're talking about the traction, and they aren't wrong. And this is on a variety of tires, so there's no specific loose tire point. These are huffing and puffing. Shows you how steep this thing is. Good rider. And down they go again. Next runner. Right, lines on my 200. Very steep, very slippery. Very little traction on this trail. Excellent. The cheek of him, he's riding the bike past the owner. Honestly, not quite enough. You do need momentum here without a shadow of a doubt. And that's the race. That was just a case of no momentum. They make us work today. No question. We've probably done 10 kilometers. And there's everything in enduro riding needs to know. Without just muscles its way up. The back wheel finds traction. And I haven't noticed the fans kicking on and off. It's 12 o'clock now. I would guess it's about 30 degrees, and after the rain yesterday, it's sweltering humid. Right, last run from Ryan. Esco's going down, and I'll take a run over. Absolutely good. Here we go. That's it. A little bit of momentum in your shot. Mandatory. Right, we're going to catch the guys coming up here. I'm not entirely sure where the line is, but wow, what a cool place to ride. Here comes our tour guide. You can hear the bikes don't rev, there's just lots of talk low down. Ryan stays in a different line. He goes. After the first run, where you figure out where all the rocks and things are, it gets a little bit easier. I happened to stall here, it was not the bike fault, and these rocks are super slippery. You can see, put his foot down there. That's his skill. You can see the wheel turn, but it is slippery. Just hear it powering through. Well done, that was good. I've got to tell you, you all did it better than the first time round. Well done. Okay boys, quick one. How are you enjoying today? 47 degrees in the shade, and we've just climbed, when I say we, some of us just climbed this beautiful hill. Wade, I want to say thank you. We've worked off 3 kilograms today. It's awesome.
Good.
How are you feeling, sir?
Yeah, it's been great to see all the same bikes almost, but the differences between them have got their own little quirks that make them really fun to ride.
Absolutely, I think you're 100% correct. Okay, off you go, lads.
Right.
Right, all the way to the top. No stop. Hello, boys.
Hello.
Is it warm enough for you today?
Cooking. Perfect.
Crazy, eh? James, I kind of rope you in with every test we do, and you've roped in Roll on this one. Roll Dull. It's a family name, you say, huh? Unusual. How do you spell that?
R-A-O-U-L.
Raul. He doesn't look Spanish, ladies. This is Raul. He rides a beta. James, yes. Talk me through the bikes. What have you ridden today?
Okay,
What's your favorite? What do you like? What don't you like?
Okay, my favorite bike is actually behind you. It's a 300 X Trainer.
Yeah.
It's the first bike I started out on today, and immediately felt it up. Suspension was right. It's the lightest bike out of the 300s, and everything just felt right. So I did quite a bit of hectic stuff on it, and I was quite impressed that I made it up it. But I would honestly suggest anybody that's looking to buy a beta, that's looking to get into like
hard enduro.
Hard enduro.
Okay, explain to me why. Why do you say that?
Everything about it is the power delivery is smooth and linear, and it doesn't have that crazy snap bottom end that you would find on like the 300 race. I think it's the perfect balanced bike, to be honest.
Okay.
The suspension is great. The suspension is absolutely insane.
Tell me about the ground clearance. That's the one thing that I like about it.
So ground clearance is very, very good. I mean, we went over some pretty serious stuff, and I actually did pretty much the whole enduro on the peaks. I didn't sit down once.
Excellent stuff.
So yeah, if I can stand on a bike and do enduro, then you know you're doing something right.
Brilliant. Roll. What do you ride normally?
I'm usually on a KTM 300, but I've been on a YZ250 and YZ125. You mod up and try and do enduro on, so I rode the 200.
And you're traditionally an enduro rider, hey?
Yes.
This is your first time on a beta?
Yes.
Okay.
And I was 90% of the down the 200 Cross Pro, but modded to a race bike with a different head and high compression, which was fantastic. It was peppy, lightweight, the suspension was fantastic. I really enjoyed it.
Well, I saw you climbing the one hill and you said, okay, I'm going to do this in second. and up he went the hill. You know, we were saying just use the torque, walk the bike up, boo, and you were gone in a puff of smoke, man.
The name of the game in racing is to get to the top first. So
Momentum.
just pin it and the suspension took all the rocks and it just got up easily.
Well, tell me about the brand as a whole. Beta, would it be something that you would consider now? Were you in the market for a new bike? Would it be something that you would consider?
I wasn't in the market for a new bike, but the 200 really gets me thinking of, would I want to ride this in like an EWXC or even a farm jam type thing? I think it'll be plenty of fun and definitely fast enough for doing the job.
And it's not overwhelming, which is what I enjoy. It's easy power.
You can ride the bike. The bike doesn't sort of ride you, so it's very nice.
Brilliant. Thank you, boys. Overall finish. I mean, they are pretty. The Italians are beautiful.
Beautiful bike.
Fantastic bike.
You brought me along to the last test we did last year.
Yeah.
The 24s. I think I said back then I absolutely love them. They've come a long way. Quite a few different changes this year, and they're on the right track.
Brilliant stuff.
Bike.
Lekker, boys. Thanks a lot.
Awesome. Thank you.
Right, here we go.
Okay. So
All right, hang on a second. Jamison, you are on the X-Trainer. It's the littlest of the batch.
And I love it.
It's the easiest of the lot to ride.
Yeah.
And you are completely out of sorts. This is it's not hard enduro,
Yeah.
but it's proper enduro.
It's proper enduro. Obviously me coming from an MX background, I'm a little bit out of my comfort zone, but I think I'm managing. The bike's incredible. I absolutely love the X-Trainer. It's light, nimble.
Very
Especially for
light.
somebody
What
like
does it
me.
weigh in it? Just under 100
So
kilos.
it's 96 kilograms.
96. Look at that, guys.
Oh, especially for a rider
96.
like me that's...
And you're a tall guy. You're still fit, which is lekker.
That's it.
Perfect. Next in the queue, sir. You are on and you're a little bit braver than a lot of us. You're on the 200.
Yeah.
Tell me how sweet this thing is.
It's an amazing toy. It's proper. It's got really good low down power and second gear everywhere.
Yeah.
But when you need it to rip up something, it goes.
You can go for it.
really
Brilliant.
nice.
Lekker. But also present for duty today is the usual suspect, Mr. Ryan Hunt, and a special guest in the form of Mr. Eskil Suter. How are you, sir?
I feel very fine. Beautiful day, nice bikes, incredible track.
Wouldn't you rather be in Europe in the snow and the cold? Wouldn't you rather be there? Come on now. This is far too hot for you guys.
I don't like it too much.
Thanks for coming out today, sir. It's cool. Ryan, quick chat. You rode the 24s with us a couple of months ago. It feels like it was a while back. 25s. Talk us through the bikes that you rode, please.
Where did I start? Yeah, I started on the standard 300, and very smooth, very nice suspension out the box.
We're going to talk about that. ZF suspension. In the past, it's had some criticism under the previous regime. My opinion, the bikes that I rode, it felt really good, and I think you passed the same comment when we were up on the hill there.
Yeah. I really enjoyed that. Then I got onto the race version of the 300, a lot peppier, slightly stiffer suspension, so when you're going faster, it soaks it up a bit better. And then I got onto the setup, Wade's setup one.
Yes.
And that was even better.
You said Wade's done something special there. It's really good.
It tracks
And you
really
said his
nicely.
setup was very similar to the X-Trainer. Talk me through the X-Trainer, because that was the last bike you
Yeah,
rode when you
it's-
came down the hill now.
Exactly. I couldn't believe how easy that thing is to ride. It's lower, no aggressive real power, but it has power.
It's got torque.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got 12 PS. So, like anybody who wants to get into sort of this harder or trail riding, I think it's a great starting bike there.
Absolute. And even for more experienced riders, if you want to go and do really hard enduro, would you recommend that, or do you think it would run out of puff?
Difficult to say. I didn't get into any of those sections today, but just because it's also lighter.
Yeah,
Ni-
96 kilos.
96 kilos. So,
Crazy.
You know, it's probably easy 10 kilos lighter than anything in its class.
Yeah.
And that makes a big difference.
And it's still a full-size motorcycle. It's not like you're riding a tiny little bike.
That's it, you know. And, you know, each time you make a movement on the bike, that takes energy. So if you've got 10 kilos less starting, or even more on some bikes, it's...
Makes a lot of sense.
You can get to the end of the trail and not be dead.
Yeah. Mr. Suter, tell us a little bit about your experience on the bikes. Is this the first time that you've ridden Beta?
No, I think a couple of years ago I rode Beta, exactly, my first beta I had 1978.
Wow. Okay. Sorry, sir. Yeah, that's brilliant.
It was a 250 motocrosser. I think I was 11 years old. It was a nice bike. I mean, that time we were happy to have a motocross bike to go around.
Yeah.
And then the years after, we rode beta. We did the championship with beta in Switzerland, my brother and myself. And but then beta somehow didn't develop further. They stopped a little bit development of motocross bike, and then I get a contract with KTM.
Yeah.
And later I changed to road racing. But a couple of months ago I was in Italy and visited my old friend Sepp Höhlbacher, which is the designer of these engines.
Yeah.
He's retired now, just now, and then we started making clutches for Beta and had some nice rides down there, see the factory.
Good stuff.
And now I pop into this one, so
Yeah. Tell me your ride today. We are spoiled in South Africa. You got to tell the rest of the world. We can point our motorcycles in any direction and we can ride. It's amazing, isn't it?
That is the freedom you have here. That's really amazing. I mean, in Switzerland you get in prison as soon as you take the motorbike out of the garage, you know.
It's like that, yeah. And overall feeling on the bikes. Just give us a general opinion. What do you own personally?
I own KTM, the Gas 250 Enduro.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, on the Enduro bike, I'm not really picky.
Yes.
I take what it is and ride it. You throw it up the rocks.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's kind of crazy anyway. But I must say, I'm very positive surprised on the Betas, especially the X Pro, which is kind of easy to ride.
Yeah.
Very smooth from the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, if you go faster for a race, whatever, then the race is the better option. Is more quick
peppy.
response.
Yeah.
More there, and the suspension is also the next level.
Absolutely.
But I would say this ZF suspension on the X Pro is already I like it
very good. Yeah.
Especially when you don't go for speed, you just go over.
You want to cruise along, little trail ride, yeah.
It's for me, it's even a better option than the racing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Guys, do you think James was mentioning that perhaps the 200 feels a little bit underpowered? Did you guys find that?
The stock one, yeah, it's a touch underpowered. But when I got onto the race one, wow, that changed it.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed that. And I thought that I was going to battle a little bit and it'll light up a little too much on the climb, but it handled it actually very well. I didn't have as much. It climbed well.
So
I think I'd like to mention here the sea level we are here. You know, I mean we are on
1500, yeah.
sea level, which the two-stroke bikes don't like too much.
Yes.
And especially the small bike, then you start to losing torque.
Power, yeah.
I think for this sea level, you should have high compression cylinder head.
Yeah.
With much more compression ratio. But bring that back down to the sea level, I think it will be completely different world.
No, brilliant. Guys, thank you so much. I appreciate it. What a lekker ride. Pleasure riding today. Hot as hell. But there's worse things to be doing, that's for sure.
Thank you.